SABC reporter Vanessa Puna is attending the summit.
In aviation is the key focus here today at the start of a three-day summit aimed at empowering and also advocating and promoting women in the aviation industry. This summit comes just ahead of Women's Day here in South Africa and also part of Women's Month. Joining me to speak about this issue is the Secretary General of the International Civil Aviation Organization. A very warm good day to you, Dr. Fang Liu. If we can talk about the status of women in aviation globally. We do know that this industry is still very much male-dominated, but can you paint a global picture for us in terms of the challenges facing women in aviation?
Thank you. Let me take a moment first to talk about the importance of civil aviation. As you know, nowadays, we have 100,000 daily flights supported by our global aviation sector, which includes 26,000 aircraft, 3,900 airports, 1,400 airlines, and 173 navigation service providers. As you know, aviation is forecasted to be doubling its traffic volume in less than 15 years. And in 2016, our global sector carried out 4.1 billion passengers and 1.4 billion tourism, actually half of them carried out by air transport. And also our global sector contributed to 3.5% global GDP and $2.7 trillion US. And also important, I should mention, 1/3 of global trade by value carried out by air transport.
Doctor, the figures that you're telling me now then certainly points to the importance of sustainability in this industry.
You're absolutely. This summit is to ensure sustainability development of air transport. You can see with this doubling of traffic volume where this qualified professional come from. So is next generation. So if we're now talking about next generation, we should include gender equality. So we should open the door and also to eliminate the barriers for girls and young women to join our sector in order to ensure sustainability of our global aviation sector. And that also to support United Nations 2030 agenda for sustainable development goals. As you know, with the numbers I just mentioned, aviation is certainly the key economic enabler for its sustainable development mode to eliminate poverty from the world.
Doctor, we've heard from our Deputy Minister here in South Africa that South Africa's history in terms of apartheid and so on played a big role in, for example, the numbers of women, black women coming into the industry. And we know that exposure also is a problem, not just here but globally. If we can just very briefly, besides hosting or co-hosting this much needed gender summit, the work that's being done around the world in order to promote women in the sector.
Unfortunately, aviation, like any other sector, the gender equality issue was not paid sufficient attention in the past. So now is action. It's time for our take action. So this summit hosted jointly by South Africa with ACIO certainly demonstrate the leadership of South Africa. And South Africa is the front runner for the gender equality in general, in particular in aviation. So I, as first female Secretary General of International Civil Aviation, and witness this summit, and certainly is very excited and appreciate South Africa's leadership and also its action to advance women in aviation. And as you know, in the aviation, it's still underrepresented for women to occupy technical positions and in particular executive positions. And we would like to promote the awareness of the importance of gender equality and to advocate the importance of a woman to join the aviation and to provide opportunity for the career development for women in the aviation sector.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fang Liu, the Secretary General of ICAO, of course, a co-host of this very first summit, Aviation Gender Summit, currently taking place here in Cape Town. And of course, at the end of the 3 days, a resolution expected in terms of taking empowerment of women and also advancing and promoting women in aviation forward.